Started off strictly as a Brewers podcast because I thought it'd be kind of cool.
Really?
To do a podcast. Yeah, I talk about the Brewers.
It's cool.
Although, like I said, I didn't grow up a Brewers fan. I grew up an A's fan, but in the Wisconsin area, I'm like, whatever, I'll still do it. And then I just got tired of it, man.
Yeah.
I was like, Brewers are, no offense to the Brewers, but they're just boring.
Yeah.
And all baseball teams are. Like,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
every single day is a grind. It's not like football where you can. There's so much happening and it's only 17 games.
Yeah.
Or whatever. 18 now? No, 7. Is it 17 now?
I think it's 17.
I don't know,
Maybe 16, 17.
Yeah, it was 16. Now
It was
17.
16, yeah. No,
But
they added
18
one.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been interesting. And so then I got tired of that. So I'm like, I'll just do some interviews. And so I reached out to, who's the first person? Brandon Kennard. He's in Double-A with the Brewers.
Yep. Lefty. Oh.
Yeah, he's nasty. So he was 2020, undrafted because of COVID, signed with the Brewers. I think it's like Notre Dame and some other college. A JUCO, and then Notre Dame, and then Notre Dame, then JUCO.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. And I do my interview with him was trash. It was so bad, like literally, it was so bad. I had no idea what I was doing. I had my Xbox headset.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm like,
awesome.
all right, cool. This is it. I'm doing an interview and stuff. And then I'm like, this is kind of dope. So I reached out to a couple other guys, and then Antoine Kelly was the second guy to come on. And now he and I, we Fortnite together. Like,
That's cool.
Dude, he's my boy. He was with us last night golfing. And and then I think I reached out to a bunch of just guys. And then I think I've had like 80 or 90 interviews in the last like 2.5 years.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's dedication right there. You can see your kind of career take off.
Yeah,
That's
been
cool.
great. And then like in January, I've always loved I've always loved creating things. Like
Yeah.
creative is fun. I was given a camera for my sister. She's a photographer, and she had like an older camera because she got a new one. So she gave it to me, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'll do some video and stuff. So I took it to Appleton this year. So it hasn't even been a full year of doing like video.
Wow.
And I'm like, this is actually way more. And I love talking to people.
Yeah.
I just love having conversations. It's fun, and it's to get a chance to know people, and also get a chance to talk to Brewers players and all over the league. I've interviewed big leaguers. You asked me who my favorite person was. I don't really have a favorite. I mean, I've had, like I said, I've had some that are maybe not the best or most exciting. But it's always been cool to talk to people. And then I get the video, and I'm just videoing, and I'm like, dude, this is dope. And then it had like brands reach out to me like, hey, I got a player in Appleton. Can you film him for me? I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then some photos. And then I was able to get credentialed for the Fall League.
That's really
And
cool.
that's where I was able to get a ton of good interviews, good content there. And then I was able to do some work now for a website called Aresquina. It's they focus on like Latin players, and they tell only Latin player stories. But it's a really good guy, so he was able to get me credentialed here. So,
That's cool.
yeah. And I guess I haven't been able to really talk to a ton of like big leaguers because it's toward the end of spring training. Next year I'll try to get earlier. A lot of them are kind of checked out. And then yesterday was a team meeting. Today, no one was there, and they had another meeting, and then the game was rained out. So it's just been kind of
coming off.
But yeah, that's
off
why
time.
now I've been doing video and stuff, and then I
cool.
bought a new camera because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna invest a little bit.
Yeah.
This is fun,
That's cool.
and that's basically about it, man.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And
The
then here
story.
we are.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Here we are.
And then I mean, like I talked to a lot of people who have like I was just talking to someone about this yesterday actually. A lot of people have like podcast. Everyone has a podcast now. Like it's just if you don't have a podcast, you guys are lame. You don't have one. That's just how it is. I feel like everyone has one, and everyone wants to be a writer or wants to do this or want to create content. Baseball, I feel like, is a sport that doesn't really credential people as I feel like as your other sports. So just being able to get that kind of access to like big leaguers, even like minor leaguers, was dope.
Yeah.
And then just be able to get that contact or that ability to create content with like minor leaguers, big leaguers, pro ball guys has just been absolutely incredible. And like I've met so many connections. It's dope. It's insane.
That's what you want.
That's
That's
cool.
cool.
Dude. Like just being on the field like pregame. Like I wasn't like when I was in Appleton. Like you'll be there hopefully you guys next year. See what happens to him. I don't know.
Absolutely.
But,
He's young. He's got years.
Yeah. But no, it's cool. But yeah, that's basically how it is, and then we'll see where it goes. I mean, it's been fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and I got credentialed. I think I'm credentialed for Milwaukee this upcoming season. So
Oh, that'd be even better.
that'd be really fun.
Yeah, on the field. Every guys on the field. That'd be sweet.
That's kind of what I'm trying to do. I mean, I'll probably have to do a little bit of writing here and there to keep up appearances. I told them I was a writer.
I mean,
I might edit this part out.
Go both ways. Yeah, go both ways.
Exactly. But yeah, let's talk about you, man. How's your spring training been?
It's been good. We got here kind of late, March 1st entrance, and then just had a few pins so far. Supposed to throw live today.
Yeah.
Rain got that one.
I know.
So that's one of the far and few between there for Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's been fun. Just getting to experience this first spring training as I guess, rookie.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of cool to pick guys' brains and you talk to former big leaguers who have had time, and just get to see what they have that I can work on if they see it immediately. So it's kind of cool to have that.
Have you had a chance to talk to any guys?
I got to talk to Easton McGee.
Okay.
He had big league time for the Rays a little bit and got to talk to him a bit and pick his brain. And then I talked to Sam Carlson today, actually.
Yeah.
Good guy. I told him I saw him on my For You page. I was like, hey, he scrolled right by you.
I swear he always pops up with his beats.
Exactly, his necklaces.
Yeah.
I talked to him about that. I was like, hey, just wanted to talk to you.
Up some drip?
I should have asked. I should have asked because he has his discount or whatever.
Yeah.
But that would have been funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, good guys all around. I've also kind of just met like Jackson Torrio.
Yep.
He's been around the weight room a lot. He's been on the minor league side for quite a bit.
Yeah.
I've been like, oh, hey, what's up, man? Dabs me up, and I'm like, oh,
be a stud.
that's really cool.
It's
just so cool that they're like real people.
Yeah.
They're not just those big leaguers that you think that they are. They're real people. They're intentional.
That's one thing I really just got to know and experience just being here in the clubhouse and stuff, talking to the guys. Like they're just random, or not random. They're just average guys.
Yeah.
Obviously you see him on TV, but just I was talking to Willie Adames on the field during BP yesterday, and we were just chopping it up, man. It's like that's just a regular dude,
Yeah. I mean, they're great at their craft, but they're just regular people outside of it.
Yeah, that's
so it's really cool to see that.
That's the thing. They're good at what they do, but they're just regular people, just like everyone else. And I think that's really cool. And that's like what I try to do with this stuff, just show the human side of people and let people get to know the players and stuff. But that's cool. Have you been working on anything or no?
Yeah, on the off season, I really got after it. I went back to Houston Christian and then worked at the facility there, and then I had Andy Pettit as my pitching coach.
Oh,
so that was really cool to have. And then of course Coach Berkman was there, and so had two big time major leaguers kind of helping me out with like my career. And I worked with Pettit on a cutter.
I've heard of him.
Got a cutter behind me. Better slider behind me now, and then kind of the mentality of what I need to focus on in season during batters or games or whatever. So that's really cool to have, and it was a blast going back.
That's cool. Good career.
Yeah, little bit of a great career. Average pitcher.
I'll look at the baseball reference page later and see what it is.
I think he still holds the record for postseason wins now. I think he still holds that.
That's incredible. That's cool. Like just to be able to have that big league experience, and then he's bringing all that experience and be able to share it with you and all that other stuff. Is that a high school? Right?
Yeah, no, it's our college. Houston Christian University. We changed our name recently.
What was it before?
Houston Baptist. So we were kind of expanding under the sun, I guess. I don't know what the thought behind this, but
So how was where does your baseball story begin? Obviously, you're here in minor leagues now, but where does it all be? Were you one sport athlete, two sport athlete?
I was a one sport athlete. I was a catcher in high school, catcher only. Okay. So I'd never touched the mound since I was 12 or something, and then I get to college. I go to a junior college out in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, Murray State.
Shout out JUCO guy. Man.
JUCO awesome. Guy.
Yeah.
And then I got essentially cut from the team because I just hit home runs or struck out, and so they're like, "Oh, we can't use you," and I was like, "I'm leaving." So I went to North Central, which is another JUCO in North Texas. And then balled out there for a year and a half.
As a pitcher or
as a pitcher, catcher, and outfielder. Jeez. I was two-waying it, and I mean my career numbers for hitting was not good, obviously. But pitching side of it, I gained velo. I mean natural arm, but didn't have any mechanics, and kind of worked on my craft a little bit. Wow. Got picked up by old HBU pitching coach Xavier Hernandez, former big leaguer, and then played a year at HBU, and then that staff got released, and then Berkman came in with his entire squad and developed my pitching career a little bit more with those guys behind me and gained velo, and here we are.
Yeah. I mean, how good of a hitter were you in high school? Because catching, you said you hit home runs or struck out.
I mean, in high school I didn't hit bombs. It was really in between high school and college where I found my power. but I wasn't consistent. I was very consistent about hitting average in high school. I was like doubles, hit triples guy. Yeah. I was a decent hitter. Yeah. Can't hit velo, but I mean, if somebody's throwing a cookie at 85, I can put it somewhere.
And like you grew up in Texas, right?
Yes.
I mean, Texas, they pump out talent. Like,
oh, absolutely.
If you're not throwing, like, I feel like in Texas and California, maybe in Florida, if you're not like hitting like mid 90s in like high school, you're not even getting looked at.
I mean, there's a lot of names that be dropped out of where I came from. Like Bobby Witt's from Colleyville, which was just like right down the street.
You ever play him?
I played him as a kid. Yeah, absolutely. And then a few of my buddies just got drafted. Alex Scherf out of Colleyville as well, and then he went to the Red Sox, and then. I mean, there's all these other guys that just you can list off.
That Texas, man, like they just pump.
It's a powerhouse for sure.
California, Florida. I mean, Wisconsin isn't really known for a lot of high talent, but I mean, they got a couple guys who have, you know, just few and far between, not like Texas and stuff. So I mean, obviously, if you're hitting against those kind of guys, like you're decent, you know.
I mean, I kind of held my own in high school, but in college it kind of separated me. So
how was like the recruiting process? Obviously, you go JUCO, but like, was there another college you were interested in, or is like?
I mean, that experience was kind of a blur. You know, you trying to throw your name out there in Texas or outside of Texas schools. You know, you want to go big D1. Everybody's got that dream to go D1 after JUCO, and so you're throwing your name out there to anybody who will listen. So recruiting, it was good. Just throw your name out there. Who will listen? You don't know. And
what colleges were you interested in?
I was into like there was New Mexico, Stephen F. Austin, HBU. And then I talked to Miami for a little bit there. I was not going to go out of state of Texas, though.
Baptist? Are you ever?
I didn't get to talk to them. Okay. No, that was the one that kind of escaped me. I kind of liked everybody that went to Dallas Baptist. I had a lot of buddies that went there.
They've had a few good guys who have come out of Dallas Baptist.
Yeah, one of my buddies, Jimmy Glowinky, he's a AA player for the Giants right now. And so he came out of DBU as a stud. So, I mean, that's kind of cool to have.
Yeah.
And then... But yeah, it was a cool process though to be picked up by Houston Baptist, Houston Christian now. So
but let's talk about JUCO because I absolutely love talking to JUCO guys. It's the absolute. It's like the minor league. It's like the absolute grind.
It is
like,
a grind.
What is your best JUCO story?
Oh man.
Like I'll give some context. Like I talk to guys who are like, you know, every morning like our coach would make us run up these mountains and like Central Arizona, Tyler Waisner, he would tell me like they would tase each other after victories or they'll like fight each other and like they had like little like not even lockers. It was just like a modular where they would just kind of like dorm and stuff. But like, what's your best JUCO grind?
Oh man, some of my JUCO grinds would be getting the field ready for games. We were out in North Texas, and there's these nasty, gnarly storms that just come by and just wipe our field, and it'd be a pigsty just looking at it, and we're like, we're not playing tomorrow. Yeah. Coach rolls out like these 20 bags of dry dirt, and we're like, all right, get her ready. Yeah. We're like, no way we're playing. Sure enough, we're digging 5-foot holes in the infield, like behind shortstop, behind second, and like in front of shortstop. Those were our potholes where our tarp did not cover. And so we're like, oh, crud. So we dig these holes, shovel the water all the way over to the left field corner, and then by the next day we'd be blow drying our field with backpack jets trying to get our field dry. And it would be the funniest thing ever just to watch us go to work on those things. We were like, no way we're playing. Yeah. Sure enough, we're playing. Oh yeah. You're going to play no matter what. No matter what the conditions were, you're in.
Did your coach have any good like war stories to get the guys hyped up and stuff?
Oh man, we would there was some stupid stuff going on there, but I remember some wrestling matches happening before games to get somebody fired up, and they were bench players, so it didn't really matter if they got hurt or not, but it was just to get everybody fired up. Exactly. And so I remember some fights, just some like wrestling fights, not like boxing fights, but like just wrestling and putting each other down. And so just got everybody hyped.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get the boys ready.
I mean, I guess so. So I mean, it was a lot of fun in JUCO. I probably had my most fun there. Yeah. It was definitely some interesting times because it was just such an adaptive feel of like what you put into your, I guess, career is what you're going to get out. Yes. And so a lot of sink or swim type of guys, guys that had talent to be professional athletes, of course, just didn't pan out because, you know, didn't put the time or effort into themselves. And so that's what I love about JUCO too. Yeah, so dude. I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's like the absolute grind. It's like the JUCO band. Like, you know, it's just
the mentality.
Yeah, for sure. So you go, is it D1? Is that where you go?
It was a small D1. Okay. Yeah, it was in the Southland Conference.
It's D1. So like, how was that compared to like, because like, I mean, I'm sure like some of them might complain about like the workouts, and you're like, dude, I just had to dig 5-foot holes in the dirt. Like, don't complain about nothing.
So, funny story that we actually didn't pick up anybody else besides JUCO guys from our D1. So, it was almost like a bigger D1. Mm-hmm. So, we had these guys just coming in 2 years out. Okay. I think we still had the same camaraderie as JUCO guys, which was kind of a good thing, but also a bad thing because, like, the mentality is like get in and get out, not just like stay there, build something, win something. So that's the only downside to that. But some of the guys just didn't really understand the philosophy behind. Sure. They came from some preppy junior colleges in California. They got their turf. They got some
California JUCO.
They had turf fields.
California JUCO. That's different.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They were like, "Oh, we got these turf fields."
Some
I'm like,
Florida JUCOs too, where it's like they're
what are
bad.
you
they have
talking
some
about?
Better talent than like D1 schools.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Those teams can go out there and roll. Like I know we've always played Sac State.
Yeah.
Or not Sac State. Sac Junior College.
Okay.
And Houston, and they can rake. They have guys that can throw it up to 100, and guys that can rake. And it was a tough.
A lot of guys will go JUCO because one, they don't want to do the study. They like, I want baseball 1 year, I can get drafted. Yeah. I mean, Bryce Harper is a good example of that.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, get drafted right out of JUCO after 1 year, and then you're in the he wasn't in the minors very long ago.
No,
but
not at all.
It's a fast track and stuff like that. But no, that's cool. And then you got injured, right?
I did. I had Tommy John. I tore it at Michigan State. It was halfway through my first year with Berkman.
Okay.
And that's when I was really gaining velo and working on my mechanics to make sure I was solid. And I put up some of my best numbers that year. And unfortunately, God had other plans for my life. And so he got a nice little scar from it.
Some scars?
Got a little piece there too. Yep. Yeah. Full blown.
How hard is it to like get back into throwing? Because like obviously after a few like months or whatever, you're able to like soft toss and stuff. Like how hard was it to be like, all right, I just want to start chucking it again?
You know, that was my first thought. As soon as surgery was over, I was like, when can I throw this ball as hard as I can again?
How hard were you topping out at?
I was up to 99.
Have you hit triple digits yet?
I have not. I'm still one off. So I came back. So off of surgery, rehab was fine. It was 5 months. I was able to pick up a ball.
Oh, okay.
And then I had Dr. David Littner do that, and the Astros surgeon. And then nice. So I felt comfortable with what he did in my body. So
like Tommy John now, it's just like everyone has it. It's not like it's
the recovery rate's huge now. Yeah. It's awesome. That's tremendous for the sport of baseball. Obviously,
it's tremendous, but also sucks that so many people are getting it.
Yeah,
but
true.
Now it's not as like, oh no, I got Tommy John's. Now it's like everyone.
It's not career ending anymore. So that's what I do like about that. But yeah, recovery rate was good, and then I came back like 2 weeks before I was actually supposed to, and I had one of my better outings out there too. It was fun, and velo came back slowly but surely over the summer and got back up to 99, and then here we were. Yeah. And after that, and it was fun. It was great. It was an interesting journey for sure. God put it in my life for a certain reason to be there, and then
you learn from that. Like if you can take that to apply it to like your moving forward.
One from learning aspect, I actually got my master's degree, so that was cool.
A little smarter.
Yeah, a little smarter, somewhat. But I guess it would be just like it's not my timing. It's always gonna be God's timing, and so whatever I do to push my agenda forward, it's never gonna happen. And I've learned that to be truer than most times now for my life. But definitely that it was giving me patience in my career and making sure that I wasn't trying to rush everything. And so just wait back and just let it go. Let it play out before I do something. Yeah. So
what was your favorite team to pitch against? Maybe you're like the fans are a little extra cocky. You're like, all right, I got to shove, man. Like, or maybe your biggest rival. Obviously, you went to a couple different schools, but
throwing against McLennan in junior college. They were the team to beat. They had some dudes on that squad. It was like Jalen Battles, Brett Squires, Jimmy Crooks. Okay. I mean, just some absolute names. And so that was always fun facing them because you know it's going to be a battle when you see them on deck. And so that was one of my favorite outings. And then back in D1, it was probably I got to be McNeese because they were one of the top dogs in their conference. And so just throwing against them and just going by them like butter is like, it's amazing to have. So
yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was just looking at your ring right here. Off topic completely. You had a little ring ceremony. Got rained out.
Ring. Got a ring. I can bring it out. I can bring it out. If it'll open.
You got it. You got it.
Dude, it's not one to open. There we go.
I don't know why I have a producer if he just doesn't do anything.
I know, right? Come on, Harrison. Yeah, it's a nice little bling. Love it.
What are you ever gonna wear it, you think, or are you just gonna get like
No, it's gonna be a trophy holder for sure. But yeah, that was a great experience. Some of the guys that we came in, and this season was interesting too, because we were brought in, physicals, checked out for the MLB, and they're like, okay, you're good. Right into games, and we're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, were you guys at 22 or 23?
This year, right? Yeah, 23.
Yeah.
So we had like some of our dogs out there, like Mike Bovey, Cooper Pratt, Batanti. Yeah. I mean, just some dudes out there. And EBJ actually came down for a few games too. Yeah, and so that was fun to have him behind me. I was like, oh, I get to pitch with EBJ behind me, so that's cool.
Shout out EBJ, my boy.
So shout out.
He's funny. He and I had a bet who would do better, the Eagles or the Niners.
Oh yeah.
I told him if I said my Niners, I grew up a Raiders fan, but I've given up on them. Like, my Niners now. Make it further than the Eagles, because he was cocky. Like 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Like 2 months ago, and no Eagles fans cocky. But like 5 months ago, like he was, they're feeling themselves a little bit. I'm like, I'll pick the first 2-3 weeks of your walk-up music.
Oh,
if
wow.
the Niners go further. He's like, all right. Cool.
Which you set him up with now?
I haven't decided yet.
Oh, yeah, that's even better.
I have no idea. I'm a Barbie.
That might be a hit.
We'll see. And then it's cool. I'm like, all right. We'll see if some people start asking, like, why'd you choose this song? And I'll be like, well,
I lost a bet. I lost a bet.
My Eagles, Jalen Hurts, no big deal.
They were 11-1, and then they lost 5 straight or something.
Yeah. So, but it's cool. EB is a good person. He was rehabbing. I can't remember what he had, but he was up there for a little bit. But that's cool. You got the ring, man. I mean,
it's interesting.
Did you ever win in college? Or did you guys know? Did you guys
I
go
was
to the
not a winning
World Series
or
no?
Nope, we were not a winning team.
Not a good. No, man. Wow.
And so that was kind of cool to be a part of a winning squad.
Yeah, your first. It's pro ball.
Yeah, it's different. It's different now.
That's pretty sweet. So you get drafted 10th round.
Yep.
At what point in college did you have, like, I call it the if to when moment, where you're like, okay, now I stopped talking like if I get drafted and start thinking to myself, when I get drafted.
Yeah.
It's like it's gonna happen.
I mean, it was probably after Tommy John. I knew that I wanted to be drafted whenever I was doing really well. Sure. And then Tommy John happened. And I said, if I get back, I know I will be drafted. But I have to get back to do that. And so to your point, it's like my mentality changed whenever I was coming back, and my rehab was, it's not easy to come back from Tommy John. I won't put that past anybody, but like, I felt like I was so motivated, it became a little bit easier in my life to do my rehab. And so that's what was nice. And then that thought process over the summer was like, what round am I going in? Yeah. Like that became a process. Sure. I was playing summer ball up in Portland, Oregon for the Pickles. Shout out Portland Pickles.
I was gonna ask you about that. Is that a summer ball team or?
It is a summer ball team, and so it's.
Is that the one with the crazy Twitter account?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's insane.
Who runs that? Like, is it just?
They allow just these random kids just to tweet some random stuff, and it's kind of moderate R, and I don't know how they got approved of that, but they do. And so the games are even better too, because they got just some weird promotion. I don't know if you've seen those promotions.
No.
They got some weird promotional lights. I'd say go check it out. Like, it's interesting to go.
Is it kind of like Banana Ball before they became a complete show?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. It's like serious but unserious baseball. Like, it's serious that the players are real people trying to do real things, but then also in the background you got just some charades going on back there.
That's awesome.
And it was interesting. It was a fun experience. It was probably one of the most fun experiences of my career, for sure. Okay. Having 5,000 people show up at night. Yeah. You're just like,
you don't see that.
What is going on here? No, absolutely not. And so that was interesting to see. But then there in Portland was my turning point of like, when am I getting drafted? And so that's when I was talking to scouts and trying to make sure my plan was going accordingly. So,
did you think the Brewers were going to take you?
No, not at all. I talked to the Cardinals and Angels, and
Cardinals, a division rival.
I know. And then I was like, okay, surely I'm going to go to one of those teams. And then out of nowhere, just the Brewers called me up, and I was like, Absolutely. I'll take the draft.
Yeah.
10th round.
That's not bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah. I mean, the Angels need pitching, so I should have.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's on you, Angels.
It is on you.
Yeah, I mean,
you missed me.
Hopefully you pitch against them in the majors, and you'd be like, look, I'm the one that got away.
Exactly.
And you got engaged this offseason, right?
I did. So
pretty big deal.
My fiance is actually from Wisconsin herself, Dodgeville, kind of alumni there, and so kind of close to you in your area.
Yeah. How'd y'all meet?
She was the grad assistant at the volleyball team at my school, and then I was a grad student, so that's the only reason I could date her was because we were both grad students, and so she was on staff technically, and then it was just kind of God's plan again. It was just like, she's from Wisconsin, I get drafted by the Brewers this offseason, or I guess the summer, and then we kind of furthered our relationship, and she's now coaching at Dayton University for volleyball. And so she's doing her dream, and I'm doing my dream right now. And then we're going to meet up together at the end of this year and have our wedding. So
y'all get married like this year?
It'll be December or January.
Wow, y'all move fast. Yep. Holy cow.
It's been crazy.
Okay. That's cool.
It's been fun, though.
That's a lot of planning. Was she surprised when you proposed?
I think she kind of knew it was coming, but at the same time, I definitely kind of caught her by surprise. She didn't know about certain aspects of when I was going to do it or where.
But like when the day started, she was like, all right.
It's kind of, it was getting a little bit obvious. So I kind of tipped myself off. But that was on me.
Yeah, it's on you. When I got engaged, I pretended it was a photo shoot. So I had my sister, like I said, she's a photographer. And I had her ask my wife, then girlfriend, I'm like, hey, can you and Francisco do like a photo for me so I could build my portfolio?
Oh, yeah.
And then, but I had told her to do this, right? We already planned it out. And then I acted like, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, fine, I'll do it. I'll do it. And then the day of, I'm like, I'm not doing this. So I wanted her to have no idea. I was kind of in a bad mood. I'm like, I'm just going to pretend I'm angry and like, do we really? I don't want to take a photo right now. But I'm like, you should go get your nails done and we'll match, I guess, because we're taking these photos. And in her mind, she had no idea. Like 100%
she's drawn
no
blank.
Idea.
Yeah.
And then like I had the ring and I was putting it behind my back because I wanted my sister to take a picture of us walking and some cool things. And she didn't know still. And then I was handing it back to my sister. She dropped the ring.
Oh.
It goes ding ding. We were on this like little cement like little walkway.
No.
I swear it was the loudest like little. She did not know.
What? So, she didn't turn?
She did not. She didn't even hear it. But to me, it was like the loudest thing in the world.
Because you're expecting it. You're like, I'm listening.
Yeah, so it was like slow motion. And I see it dropping. And I'm thinking, do I need to just propose right here? Like, I wasn't ready, But if she sees it, I'm not going to be like, wait later on.
Yeah.
You just got to do it.
You got to wait 5 minutes.
Yeah. Let's find a better spot. Where my sister's hiding the little video camera.
Yeah.
So she didn't see it. So I looked at my sister and said, you better find that ring.
Oh,
and we were in like a little garden.
Yeah.
And so she, and then, like 20 minutes later, I did it, and she was completely surprised.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you should have surprised her better. It's not good, She said yes, so that's all that matters.
I surprised her kind of with a videography. I had my sister and brother set up, so that was kind of nice. Like she was like, she thought I was uncoordinated with that, but I had it under control. Yeah. And then her roommate set up some decorations back at her place, so cool. I had some planning behind it.
You did it right.
I had some stuff going on.
Yeah. No shade. You did it right.
But to the proposal, I did like a charcuterie board and I did like a little picnic action. Okay. So it was a little out of the ordinary. She had thrown the idea out a few weeks before and I was like, okay, I got to take you up on that offer. I have something I can give you. And so it's just like, it was kind of building up, but I kind of gave myself away. That was on me.
It's all good. You tipped your pitches. It's not a big deal. It happens.
It happens. I mean, it happens to the best.
She said yes. You guys are getting married.
Exactly.
So she only got a couple months to get. Not a couple months. Yeah, to get like 6-7 months to get everything all ready.
And she's got a busy schedule too with her volleyball too. Her season's starting up soon. So
okay. And did you propose in Wisconsin?
I proposed in Houston. So I was living in Houston a little bit with my sister a little bit, and so
that's cool, man.
She was there.
Excited. You nervous?
No. I mean, we know what we want in life. We know what kind of what
good for you guys.
We want. So it's been nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. It's going to be. I told who did I tell? Cameron Wagner.
Oh, Wags. Yeah.
I was talking to Wags. He was the first person I interviewed in Hamilton. I said, hey, this whole interview was all just one big interview for me to DJ or MC your wedding. I said, and his fiance is like, yeah, we'll do it, and never did. I'm kind of holding them against that. You know, I feel kind of shaded.
Our wedding will be in Wisconsin. I mean, if you're there, I will hire you. I will hire you on the spot right here.
There you go. This was my.
That's one name off the list I can cross off. Say, hey,
this is why I did it. I'm like, I'm right. Someone's gonna let me MC their wedding someday.
I'll let you.
I love that. Awesome. Well, hey, I mean, what else you guys going on here? Like, what's your average day here in the minor leagues? I mean, you're in the hotel, so you can't really do much. You're gaming. Like, when you're not playing, is that what your big thing? Like, you're a big gamer?
Yeah, I game a little bit, and then we try to go out. We try to get out with each other. I've been going to dinner with a few of the teammates, just trying to get to know some guys. It's gonna be a long season, so you may as well get to know each other and have a perspective on things. But yeah, gaming is a big part of it. You get in early for spring training, and then you kind of get out midday. So it's like
these are early.
You got some long time behind you. So it's just like you gotta cook your own meals in the hotel, which is kind of interesting.
How do you do that?
It's the microwave. It's all the microwave. Okay. It's that, or you're going to get food, which is not cheap by any means. So that's
I was
the
just
struggle.
thinking. I don't remember where we went. It was so much money just for like fast food nowadays. And
Unbelievable.
I'm not down with that.
No.
Have you done Pop Stroke or like Top Golf or any of those?
We've been golfing on the courses, actually. We've been going to Wigwam and these other courses. I've gone twice now.
I don't golf, man. I mean, I can putt. Apparently, I had my best game of my life. You can call me Tiger Woods. That's what I'm saying, you know. Francisco Woods. That might be my nickname now. I'm about to change my Instagram.
That'd be awesome.
Twitter bio.
Twitter handle,
You
Professional golfer.
Yeah. Pro golfer, semi-pro.
Yeah, semi-pro.
Just so you know, I don't want to gas myself up too much, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm glad we were able to do this, man. I know it's been talking about this for a little bit, but I'm glad. I'm hyped to see what you do. I can't wait to see you in Appleton.
I can't wait to be there either. Yeah. I'm ready for those cool little jerseys, those inspiration.
Do y'all have those you haven't been to Carolina yet, have you?
Nope, haven't been there.
So when you go to Carolina, then I mean, hopefully you're not there long, but Carolina got some cool jerseys. Appleton got some cool jerseys.
Cool.
How about this? The last thing, autograph people. They're everywhere. How many autographs have you signed, you think?
Me personally, I'm not the big fan favorite.
They don't even
Shout
know
out
that,
10th round, but I mean,
they don't even know that. Like, these guys are like,
they'll get anybody that they can. But yeah, there's a lot of autograph bookers around.
Those guys, they make me mad. I'll be straight up, man. Like, they make me so mad. Like, they'll call people the wrong names, and like it's just dude.
I mean, they're there for every moment of the day. Yeah. Like, I respect it. Like, I respect your grind. Yeah. But also, like, give us some space. Yes. Like, you're there, like, every day poking some guys for autographs. I'm like...
EBJ said there's one guy who has 3 binders, just him.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
Making money. I guess that's what he's doing.
Yeah, it is what it is. Right on. Oh, hey, man. I appreciate you. Oh, listen to this. What are 3 things you're grateful for? I like to ask this to everybody I talk to. Like, what are 3 things you're grateful for?
First of all, I say my family. My family's been big supporters of me. Thank you for Mom and Dad, Mason, Molly, and Alan. I appreciate y'all's support. And then my fiance would be second because she's been there for me. And appreciate you, Katie. I love you. I miss you. I'm sorry we can't see each other often. Right. But then the third thing I'm grateful for is probably just everybody that can support me, that is in my life. And so, like, Harrison over here, my roommate, big supporter.
There you go.
And so, I mean, just I appreciate all those guys, my teammates. And they're really cool people. So
awesome. All right, well, we'll end with that then. Appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.